Hello friends, it's Nancy from Astrology and Angel Mediums today with another deck unboxing. So today I have the Cries of the Souls Oracle by Isabelle Cerf. She also did the, I don't remember the name. It was something with of the Souls Oracle. I'm a little tired. I've been working a lot, which is also why I haven't really been posting too much. So I was sent this deck by Rockpool Publishing. It's a 42 card oracle deck with a guidebook. And so essentially this is just kind of a deck to help you work and acknowledge your wounds, turn them into a positive energy. As someone that really enjoys doing shadow work as much as it can be challenging and difficult, it is nice to have something as a tool in your toolbox to kind of help you work through certain things. So it's a beautiful, I love these colors. I think they're really fun. I love this artwork. And so the illustrations are by Daphna Sebbane. I hope I pronounced that correct. And so this literally is just kind of letting you know how to use the deck, what it's for, how to discern a wound or a block. You know, there's different elements here. So it's beautiful. It's full color guidebook, which is beautiful. And so it just kind of talks about, you know, what we have here. So like the very first card here, it has a picture of the card. It talks about what the card is. There's a little like sentence that's kind of associated with the meaning of the card. Then it talks about wisdom, supplement, warning, and then moving forward. So it almost gives you like a little bit of a step-by-step on how to deal with it, as well as like what you need to tune into. I think it's something that can be very beneficial. I love this artwork. I think it's beautiful. It almost reminds me of almost like a old school, like American traditional tattoo style, which I think is beautiful. But there's like this, I don't know, otherworldliness. Like I love this picture, the spiritual excuse. So yeah, there's a lot of information. If you're someone that really loves using oracle decks that have nice chunky guidebooks to kind of help you, this is a good one, especially if you're using this as a tool for your own kind of connection into, you know, your own journey, your own spiritual lessons, your own shadow work. And so it's really nice to see this deck. And I'm excited to try to use this in my own practice. So the box has some beautiful little artwork on the inside. And oh, I love this like dark color. I hate ripping these because I always feel like I'm messing up the cards. Like I'm not gonna be able to get it. All right, there you go. I always feel like I end up accidentally like bending a card, trying to like rip it off. There it goes. Okay. So let's see what we have. Beautiful. So yeah, I did scratch it. Beautiful deck. Nice reversible backing. And then it has the black edges, which I think are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's shiny. Beautiful. All right, so here's the card. Very simple, nothing too crazy, which I do really appreciate a more simplistic approach, especially when it comes to like shadow work cards. Even though I do have some that are much more illustrated and have a lot more detail. I'm just going to show you guys the cards. Very beautiful artwork. I'd also done another deck, Voices of the Souls, maybe, Oracle. Here, really fun stuff. And I think that it covers various lessons and various points to kind of keep focused on. So like an unbalanced ego, wounded inner child, energy sponge, spiritual excuse, things like self-evasion, evading happiness, humiliation, impatience, injustice, personal karma, transgenerational karma, negative free will, family loyalty, unease, manipulation, lack of self-love, lack of self-confidence, the head, dark night of the soul, prophetic past, fear of judgment and criticism, fear of separation, rejection, toxic relationships, repetitive patterns, secrets, imposter syndrome, betrayal, and inhibiting comfort zone. So there's a lot of lessons. Like I said, it is a 42 card deck, so there are different things in here to maybe help you connect to certain lessons. So let's see. I don't like to usually do a little sample reading with this, but I kind of feel inclined to. Shuffles nicely. I kind of feel like oracle cards, especially if there's too many, can be a little bit of an awkward size for my hands. I have smaller hands and I do have nails, but hey, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I love having my nails done, so it is something I try to always keep. All right, let's see. So we have lack of self-confidence. Not a tattletale on me. All right, now we have abandonment. Okay, these cards are being funny. All right, and then finally we'll get repetitive patterns. All right, as someone who has done some of this work, I will say that these are very relevant for me and my personal story. I am someone that lacks a lot of self-confidence. I do have a fear of abandonment. That just is one of those like number one wounds for me. And then repetitive patterns. I am a Taurus. I'm stubborn. I do get kind of stuck in what is familiar, even if it isn't always beneficial or comfortable for me. So, I mean, I could use this as journal entries, maybe as a means of kind of looking into the guidebook to kind of look at the wisdom, how to supplement. Even like with the card number 1, everything I give other people, I give myself first. I think that that's a good reminder, especially for like abandonment stuff. And so it's kind of telling you like, hey, how can we work through this? And then this is almost saying like, I'm sometimes a source of reassurance to you, admitting this will not make you weak in your efforts to escape me. You create oppressive relationships with others. You no longer take your share of responsibility and focus all of your energy on other people, which helps you ignore your fears. You avoid making decisions and reconsidering things, which is where I come in useful as something to blame. Ouch. But even using that supplement as something to help me process, something to help me make a connection between what I got going on, what I've noticed, what I'm seeing, and why this card would come up for me. It's funny because I just try to pull cards just to like see what this would look like, and then it wants to tattle on me. And so I think it's interesting because it does kind of give you like different things, and it's like, hey, how to move forward. So here I have like, let's create a new relationship together. Ask yourself what you do and don't accept, deserve, and want. Then ask yourself whether there are any undesirable situations and relationships in your life and what you can do to alter or put a stop to them. Commit each day to doing something that brings you comfort and kindness, such as taking a nap, playing a sport, or making art. Devote as much time to yourself as you do to others. That is something I very much struggle with, which is funny because I've literally have been working nonstop and I have no days off until next Saturday. It'll be my first day off in like 14 days. And I've been like sick. I've been, really run down. But that's like one of those things where it's an abandonment wound. When I really think about it, it's just, I don't want to be left behind in some way. So, I mean, just looking at these things, I think that this can be a really beneficial deck for someone that is trying to do some really hard inner work, maybe struggles with like identifying some of these things within themselves. Not saying that the cards are going to like point out every single thing for you, but they could possibly give you a clue, or give you a starting off point. So this is the Cries of the Souls Oracle by Isabelle Cerf. I really hope you enjoyed my little deck unboxing. Please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.